Hi everyone, so I just thought I'd put a quick disclaimer here at the beginning of the video saying I'm sorry for at some points in this video saying Reddit thread instead of subreddit. I've been watching way too many old Will.N.E videos where he says Reddit thread, so I just wanted to point that out before the video gets started. And also, this is my first YouTube video, so sorry if it's not the best put together and it's not filmed at the best angle. I'm trying my best. Also, to add to this point, I know at some points in the video the camera moves. Sorry, my phone kept on falling over because I'm filming on my phone. But I hope everyone can sort of move past that and next video will be better, I promise. Sorry, I promise I'll get into the video in just a minute, but I just wanted to add to this disclaimer and say please don't send any hate over to the channels that are mentioned. It's just unneeded, and this video was just meant to bring awareness. Hi everyone. Now, like most people in this time, I found myself with a lot of spare time on my hands, which personally for me means only one thing, and that means going on Reddit for hours on end. Now, during my many hours of Reddit searching, I came across a subreddit called r/YouTube drama. And personally, I'm a big fan of YouTube, so of course I was going to look at it. And one of the posts on there basically outlined an issue. It appears we have gone into Elsagate 2.0. Okay, sorry if the camera setup is slightly changed. I had to adjust it because the lighting went weird, and clearly I'm a very good YouTuber. So this Reddit post that was brought to my attention has inspired me to do my own research into what possibly could be Elsagate 2.0, and the things I found whilst doing research were so disturbing. So disturbing. So I'm basically doing this video to try and maybe reach a few people to see what we can do to stop it and protect the kids who are using YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like a good way to start this video is by covering basically what is Elsagate in case anyone didn't know. Now, it first occurred, I believe, in January of 2018, so over 2 years ago now, and the Urban Dictionary definition, very reliable source, the Urban Dictionary definition of Elsagate goes as follows. The name given to a genre of highly controversial YouTube videos that appear to be aimed towards children, but usually contain inappropriate topics such as intoxication, pregnancy, injections, suicide, etc. The videos come in poorly animated CGI and live action. Countless Elsagate videos involve Spider-Man and Elsa in a certain situation, thus the name Elsagate. Numerous theories have sprung up about the purpose of Elsagate, such as it being run by paedophiles and fetishists. Some theories suggest that it may even be run by a cult or be involved in the MK Ultra project. Now, I'm mainly going to be focusing on the first half of the definition, so the actual definition rather than the theories, because I want to run off of facts rather than theories and things at the minute, and I want this to be more of an educational video more than a conspiracy theory video. But if that is something you want to look into, let me know and maybe I'll do a video on it in the future, but I'm mainly going to be talking just the facts in this video. Now, as I've previously mentioned, many of these videos were very graphic in their nature, whether it was graphic nudity, graphic violence, and sometimes they were just very disturbing. Yet they were targeted towards children via their bright colours and use of popular children's cartoon characters that would be well recognised and the child would click on them. Now, these videos would garner millions upon millions of views, yet YouTube did nothing about it. As a result of this, many companies such as Mars, Adidas, Deutsche Bank, HP and Cadbury pulled their ads from YouTube because they didn't want it displayed next to this dark, graphic, sexual content, which I think is completely understandable. But as a result of this, many YouTubers lost thousands and thousands of dollars worth of monetization and revenue, thus putting their livelihoods on the line, because for many YouTubers, YouTube is their only job and they rely on that advertising money to live. Not only were these videos garnering millions upon millions of views, millions upon millions of children were watching them, thus absorbing what was going on and maybe having a detrimental effect on their growth and development, but I will get onto that later in the video because I have a whole section on why it is the biggest problem. Now 2 years ago in 2018, when this was initially all going on, I believe it's January 2018, YouTube authored a blog post detailing steps to clean up the YouTube Kids section. Now this led me to wonder, why was I finding the content I was finding? So I'm going to get onto that later in the video, but first I thought I should show you some of the examples of the disturbing kids videos that are going on right now. Going back to the original Reddit post, the YouTube channel that was initially brought to my attention was called Cartoons TV. This channel had 3.78 thousand subscribers and 452,000 views on it. So this is a pretty substantial amount of views and a decent amount of subscribers. So it led me to wonder why they were being allowed to post the content that they did. Now the thumbnails of the videos on this channel is what completely threw me. I'll insert some examples of the thumbnails like here, here, and here. Just have a look at them for me. What do you see? Personally, I see overtly sexual and inappropriate thumbnails targeted towards children. They are bright and colourful, but when you look at the actual content, it is just inappropriate and disturbing. Now, as for the titles of these videos, I had to do some research with good old Google Translate, so I apologise if it's not the most accurate, but this is the best I could find. Now the titles were pretty normal. They were in Portuguese as far as I'm aware, but the titles, some of the titles as follows were Teen Titans, Day of Legs, Teen Titans, Washing Day, Teen Titans, Cameroon and Ribs, I don't know how accurate that one is, and Teen Titans, Walking on the Dragon. Again, unsure of how accurate that is, but it just kind of threw me how these perfectly normal titles were paired with such graphic and explicit thumbnails. Usually for kids content, the thumbnail is what's paramount to the amount of views it will get, because many children are drawn towards the bright colours, the familiar characters, rather than the wording. So it made me question, why are we putting all this overtly sexual content in the specific area that will target children, if you get me? Why are we putting such sexual content in the thing that will attract children?
Hello, sorry, it's me again in an editor's note. Now, I know the next point I use a lesser viewed channel than the previous channel, but I think the point still stands that there is still inappropriate content being targeted towards children, and this channel still does have the potential to get bigger and reach more children, so I thought it was worth keeping it in the video despite the fact it doesn't get that much attention and doesn't get as many views as the previous channel mentioned.
Now, furthering my research, I've also found another channel called Cartoons TV, who started off by posting very innocent, very normal videos, such as Oggy and Cockroach and Oggy the Cockroach. These are very appealing to children, they had cute characters and were bright and colourful. However, there are only 3 videos on this channel, I believe, so 2 of them are the Oggy the Cockroach videos, then one of them is just called Funny Videos. Now, I was just maybe expecting like a collection of immature funny videos that children would find interesting, because after all, this is portrayed as a kids channel. What I found wasn't so much. I'll insert some clips that I feel like won't get my video taken down, but yeah, they are disturbing, so just watch.
Hello, sorry to butt in with another voiceover, but upon reviewing the footage that I've got for this channel, I really didn't feel comfortable putting it in the video because some of it was quite obscene and unnecessarily graphic. Like there was a woman being choked with a scarf and stuff, and then there was another video of a woman being very inappropriate on a train, and that just wasn't something I wanted to broadcast on my channel. I hope you understand, and I don't think I'll be linking the video because I don't want to give the channel too much attention directly, but if you want to go and look up the channel, please do so at your own risk. The video isn't very pleasant to watch, but if you are curious, feel free to do so.
So clearly by the clips I've shown, there are themes of violence and like just generally inappropriate, like people dancing with a funeral casket, and also the video of the woman on the train, and needless to say, that is a very sexual video. Great. It just disturbs me because this is advertised as a kids channel, and yet we are sending out all this inappropriate content towards children. Like, I wouldn't have a problem necessarily with this video if it wasn't on a kids channel that was originally posting kids content. It blows my mind how this has gone under YouTube's radar completely. Okay, so now I want to discuss the effects this has on children. Now, I saw this being discussed on the Elsagate Reddit thread, and this was all the way back in 2018 when this originally occurred. But I think the same information still can apply to today. So one woman noticed her child became absolutely fascinated with the idea of kidnapping and wanted to either be kidnapped or watch someone get kidnapped. I'm sorry, what? This child was 6 years old. Personally, at 6 years old, I was just casually playing with my Barbies and watching like Tracy Beaker. Like, that was my childhood. I was not fascinated with kidnapping or anything like that. I don't even know if I knew what that was. No. I just think that's really sad, and I read more and more of like parents' experiences after their child has been exposed to such content, and it was just heartbreaking. Some of them have actually taken their child to therapy because they believe they could not handle the effects these videos had on their children. Another woman reported seeing her nephew watching one of these videos, and she quickly changed the parental settings so he didn't come across them anymore, which is a good idea. But unfortunately she sort of thought the damage had been done because she noticed a big change in him, and he started creating characters which would like eat through their butts and stuff, and it does kind of sound like traditional kids humour, but it kind of almost appeared like it crossed the line between normal kids humour and an effect from Elsagate. Now, the effects these videos have on children are subliminal. Sorry, it took me about 5 goes to try and say that word. Subliminal. Meaning that the message passes past their conscious brain into their subconscious brain. Instead of them actively knowing that they're taking on this information, it is going past their conscious and becoming subconscious behaviours and influences. Now, upon doing research, I found that the most influential years for children are from 1 to 7, but can span up to 12 years old. Now, this age bracket is perfect for the target audience of these Elsagate videos. The longer these children are exposed to these videos, the longer lasting the effects will be. If a child is exposed to them for 2 weeks, they are likely to forget within 1 week. This is because children generally have low attention spans and poor memory quality. Like, I remember I was never able to remember what I had for dinner the night before, so they're unlikely to remember the video they watched a couple of weeks ago. But the longer the child watches it, the longer the influence will be, which means longer lasting effects and more possible damage to the child's mental state. Now, I just find this all very sad, and I feel like there just needs to be better monitoring of kids' content on YouTube. Discussing all these topics has led me to question what should be done now. Now, I believe the obvious answer is there needs to be more monitoring on YouTube's half to prevent these videos from reaching children. At the end of the day, YouTube is a multi-billion-dollar company and therefore should hold some of the blame for the content that it has on its website. Now, I think maybe one solution to this would be maybe having like manual detection for inappropriate content for children. Like, I know this would take a while, like hours, because I think every minute there are 300 minutes of YouTube uploaded. Like, so that'll be very hard to like look after. But I believe with the amount of money YouTube have, they should be investing more into keeping children safe. Because at the end of the day, our children are the future of tomorrow. We want them to grow up happy and into well-rounded individuals, because they're who are going to be leading the world when we're no longer around. I think maybe another idea could be like using this manual detection is having perhaps like a certified kids safety check mark or something. Like if a video is manually reviewed and deemed appropriate for children, it gets a check mark, and that is what's pushed out towards like children. Okay, so overall, upon doing my research, I have come to the conclusion that YouTube definitely needs to do more to protect children. And I feel like if this video gets like some attention, I really hope that some good will come out, like not just from my videos, but I believe other people have made videos, and I think it just needs to be brought back up to YouTube's attention so that we protect children. Okay, so overall, I do think YouTube needs to do more to prevent this problem from resurfacing, because 2 years ago it got completely out of hand, whilst now they can kind of nip it in the bud quicker and perhaps implement more changes to protect children. But yeah, that was my video. That's all I really wanted to discuss today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you've watched it till now, thank you. Thank you very much. This is my first video on this channel, and I wanted to try like kind of like commentary videos, but usually I want to cover something more light-hearted than this, but I thought it was so important to address that I wanted this to be my first video. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Wanna put 10 shots in my brain. I've been